One love. I'm just a little bit live, just a little bit here today. Want to say good morning, beautiful Sunday morning to everybody. November 9th. It's a blessing to be in the land of the living. Now check this out, y'all. Today I just want to talk about a little bit about, you know, being blessed and like I always talk about, but we are living in some hard times when we talk about basic survival. People are just trying to survive. People are just trying to survive every day. They got so much going on. They got so much going on to where you're trying to go back and forth to work, trying to put gas in your car and provide with food and everything. People are trying to feed their families. They say Thanksgiving is coming and people just don't even know if they're going to celebrate Thanksgiving. You see what I'm saying? Or Christmas. They don't think they're going to do it, because it just with them cutting back everything and stuff like that, they just don't have enough money. They just don't have enough anything to celebrate, to spend money. You can't spend it if you ain't got it. Do that make sense? You can't spend it if you ain't got it. And if you like me, let me tell y'all what I do to survive. I get my pennies. I'm blessed. I'm blessed now. But I save my pennies and I get a big old jar. All your change, start keeping your change in if you can, your jar. Get you a jar, some type of piggy bank or some big something and just throw that change in there. You see what I'm saying? And when you need something to fall back on, sometimes you can hit the piggy bank up. You hear me? You can hit the penny bank. We used to call it piggy bank, penny bank, piggy bank. We hit that up, and you will have enough, to kind of make ends meet, if that makes sense. Start saving your change for basic survival. Start saving your change. You know, back in the days they go in there, grandma, great grandma, and them put that chain in they jar. They put it in a little jar, and they stick the jar up in the cabinets, and they'll go in the cabinets and get the jar with the money that they done packed in that jar, and they done saved that little money. All them little pennies and dollars, they add up, y'all. They add up. So stick your back something every payday. If you see it on the ground, pick it up and put it in a jar. Save, save, save. That's the time we in now for basic survival. We gotta save every penny we can. Don't be no fool. Save every penny you can. Make sure your basic needs of water, shelter, food is taken care of. You see what I'm saying? Make sure your basic survival needs, basic survival, is taken care of. One thing that grandma and them did back in the days, they didn't have a lot. Back in the days, they didn't have a lot. But you know what they did have? They had each other. And grandma and them know how to pinch off of things to make ends meet. They can make a bread, sugar, what else? Meal. All that shit can take us, I don't know how long. You see what I'm saying? Because they made it work. They made it work. Eggs. They didn't cheat. They didn't have a lot, but see, they learned to work with what they had. So, whatever little bit you can save and pinch off of, we're in the basic survival times. Hello, hello, good people. Thank you for tuning in, my basic. I just remember that. Grandma used to make her own molasses and syrup, her own ice cream. She made her own wine. She made her own. Grandma and them was doing their own thing. You see what I'm saying? Grandpa and them. They had their own little system that they had, and it worked for them. You think about it, they didn't have a lot of things that we had today, but they made whatever they had work when we're talking about basic survival. You know, they didn't have a lot. You see what I'm saying? But whatever they had, they made it work, y'all. So this morning I just wanted to bring that to y'all. It's a blessing to be here. We gotta count our blessings and make what we got. Are having hard times. They can't feed their families. They can't feed they can't. They're trying to get back and forth to work. Get to work. Them TSA workers and a lot of folks that program stuff have been cut. They said them folks were so broke that they didn't even. Some of them just didn't have the gas looking forward to work. But I be damn. You know. How you doing, Mr. Benny? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Survive with your basic needs. gonna be all right. Grandma and them did it. Grandma did it. Do you hear me? And they went out in the woods and hunted for their food. They didn't even have the luxury of going to the grocery store. They learned how to cook and clean them old possums and old raccoons. People say, hey, you gonna be eating well, hell, you gotta eat something to survive. Everybody ain't fortunate to go to the table and eat what they call fish eyes and all that stuff. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Everybody don't have that luxury to go and eat steak. Sometimes people got to do what they got to do. You see what I'm saying? To survive. Careful. Be careful. Everything up must come down. Be careful how you treat people. We in the time of basic survival helping each other. And this is the time where real love is going to show. God judge you on love and deeds. What did you do when the homeless man came to you and asked you for $5 and you got $2,000 in your pocket? And he hungry. What did you do? Did you pull off on him, smack him? What did you do? I ain't giving him. What did you do? Help somebody. Help somebody. Because we are in the time of basic survival. These are the times we're living in. And if you don't know anything about basic survival and your grandmama and them still living, get with grandma. Grandma going to show you and tell you how to do it. You hear me? Grandma and them knew how to do it. And we still had a good time with just the little bit we had. If we didn't have that, we had each other. And we didn't have all the luxury that the people today. You're going to see a difference. Technology brings a change. There's nothing wrong with technology. Technology is good to constantly bring technology in, and technology makes things a little easier, a little better. But sometimes when technology malfunction, you see what I'm saying? With grandma. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody get grandma a shout out. Grandma and them going to tell you how to do it. They knew how to do it. You hear me? If your grandma, if you blessed to be living with grandma, great grandma and them, you better get in there and get all the information you can from grandma and them. Grandma and them knew how to survive. So just in case things get worse than what they already is. Hell, they didn't even, did they even have cars back then, y'all? Did they have horses? I mean, I'm just saying. Grandma and them could get to work. Grandma and them pick each other up. Everybody just put, how much money you got? You got $2, you got $2, you got $2, you got $2. We're gonna put all them $2 in one tank, and we gonna drop it. One person gonna drop everybody off at work and pick everybody up. Grandma and them knew how to survive, how to work together, how to make it from scratch, how to make it happen, how to save, how to budget. So yes, you can survive. We will survive. We will survive. We will survive, ladies and gentlemen. I love that song. I will survive. I was afraid. I was petrified, thinking I could never live without you by my side. But I spent so many nights. Y'all remember that? But I grew strong. I learned how to get along. Oh, when you see me. I don't even want to get into that. But listen, we will survive, y'all. We will survive. All mess to the side. We will survive. But you got to learn how to survive. Every chance I got, I was in my grandma's face. My grandma probably said, something wrong with this girl. I was getting that information. My grandma always said the early bird gets the worm. You can't get nothing if you laid up in the bed all day. Grandma said the early bird, and that was one of the main lessons that stuck with me. Grandma said the early bird gets the worm. So if she got up and cooked breakfast early, the first person to the table gonna get the breakfast. And that was 9 times out of 10, I was waking up. Because I had to have breakfast. So I was waking up. You can smell the pancakes, the bacons. You can smell all that. You can smell it cooking on the stove. I ain't got no time to be laying in the bed. It's work to do. So the early birds gets the worm. That was one of the main lessons that stuck with me. She didn't believe in you laying in the bed when it was work to do all day. Grandma and them knew how to survive. And she used to send us to the back. And we go back there and pick berries. We go back there and pick whatever she need us to pick to get the job done, the peas and all that, and put them in the and how to store them. Put them in the jar. Put them in the her little pantry. She had it going on. A lot of times she didn't go to the grocery store. Everything she needed was already there. So if you got grandma and them still and granddad and them still here, you better get that information. Good peoples. Generation X, y'all know. Generation X. Y'all know. Grandma and them gonna tell you everything you know. If they pass it on down to us and we pass it on down to you. Basic survival. Basic survival, y'all. That's what it's about. We're in the time of basic survival now. Somebody say I can't. Yes, you can. You can and you will. You ain't gonna have no choice but to. So this morning, I want to say be blessed, everybody. Remember what I said. Save your pennies, save your dimes, save budget, and learn how to survive. Ain't that love, y'all? Put your L's in the air and say it with me. One love. Till the next time, you guys make sure you watch, like, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to be bringing y'all back some more great advice and talking about survival. And we going to be all right. How about that? Happy Sunday, everybody. And go to church now. Go to church.